Good morning. Hi, it's me, Kerri. How you doing this morning? Happy Friday. It's Friday. Wow. Another week. Down the tube. The weeks go faster and faster and faster. I don't know what's going on here. So anyway, I have a good day planned. I have a couple of appointments today and some Reiki and some craniosacral. And so I'm really excited about that. Plus I have a meeting with my friend Sandy, and Sandy is a hypnotherapist, and she and I are working on putting together a workshop or two. And so anyway, we're just exploring right now who we can do the workshops for and what we want to do exactly. So I think we'll be doing one on stress management or stress reduction. Sorry, I gotta get comfortable here. It's like, yeah, that's better. Stress reduction, and I think we may do one also on, what was it? Oh, fears and phobias. Using Reiki and hypnotherapy together on those two things. So anyway, she's coming over this afternoon and we've got a planning session. So that'll be really cool. Sandy's an awesome gal, and she is a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and her practice is in Mesa. She lives here in Gilbert, and so I'm excited about those things. So if you belong to any groups that have speakers come in to talk about different subjects, like during your monthly meetings or get-togethers, women's groups, stuff like that, please let me know if you'd be interested in having us come in. Hi, Shelly. So anyway, we will be putting those together, and I think we'll be ready to launch September, October. So anyway, today's chapter is really awesome. Really awesome. This is day 17 of our 40-day Mind Fast Soul Feast by, yes, happy Friday, by Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith of the Agape Church over in Los Angeles. It's called Access Your Accessibility. Our quote today is from Sri Aurobindo. The Gnostic being's actions in the world will be enlightened by a sense of the divine reality. This enables him to take all of life into himself while still remaining the spiritual self. Access your accessibility. As I was driving on the freeway one day, my inner voice said, "You have access to the human dimension." In a flash of intuition, I understood the beauty and subtlety of these words. It's like this. You have access to your car, but you are not your car. You have access to your house, but you are not your house. You have access to a loving human relationship, but neither participant is the relationship. In other words, each one of us has access to the human dimension, but that does not mean we are merely human. You are not merely human. You are not merely a human being who has limited access to the spiritual dimension. No, you are a divine being who has been given access to the playing field of human experience. This is the essence of Gnosticism, a body of spiritual knowledge embedded in the truth teachings of the ages. You have been born into the three-dimensional world to access the reality hiding within a creation that seems solid. You didn't do anything to earn this experience. It is yours simply because you exist. As you seek to access the divine dimension present right where you are, you will manifest a high degree of freedom, which comes from realizing that you have access to the promised land of infinite possibilities. This day, consciously access the divine. Go below the surface to the truth being offered to you in every experience. Your password is I am. Mm. Affirmation: I realize, feel, hear, and see that I am presence in all forms of inner and outer life. I freely access and commune with it on the altar of my own being. Isn't that awesome? So we are not just merely human beings. We are not physical beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And when you turn it around and think of it that way, it's so much bigger. It's so much bigger. Life is so much bigger. And possibilities are truly infinite. And we have access to all of that just through connecting with our divine, with our own holiness, our own infinite possibilities. Probably about 8 years ago, maybe 8 or 9 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that, I took a course while I was still living in Boise. That was offered in Boise, but it's called the Art of Living. It's put on by the Art of Living Foundation. It's a foundation that was created by this man. This is Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. And if you ever have an opportunity to go see him and hear him speak, I'm telling you, he is really something else. He is very, very inspiring. And that weekend, and all the time that I was in Boise, when I was kind of, just kind of nurturing myself in my own little cocoon there, this was one of those times that I did step outside of myself. And it's like I kept doing little things here and there to keep in touch with some parts of myself, to not let them go completely, but most of the time I was shut down from it. And I feel really sad in saying that, but it's true. I was closed off from it for a big part, but there was still that part of me that needed it and wanted it and had to have it. It was something I had to do, but I was very reluctant to do it. But I did do the Art of Living course, and it was a magical weekend. I think it was a 4-day weekend, all day, long days. And it was very magical, though. It was very magical. And there were several different exercises that we did, and different teachings, and things that we worked on with one another, like on a one-on-one basis. There was one exercise that we did where you had to sit with one person you didn't know, and just look into their eyes. We did nothing but look into each other's eyes and hold perfect silence for what seemed like a really long time. And when you do that, the changes that start to happen inside you, it's really remarkable. It was a beautiful experience. So you can also find some of his videos on YouTube, and he is a guru dev, as they say. He is from India. He is a Hindu, and he started the Art of Living. I want to say it was like maybe 1981 or something like that. It was the early 80s, and he started this foundation. And seriously, a super, super cool weekend. So if you can ever if you see one offered in your area and have the opportunity to do it, I definitely would do it, because it is a great way to open your mind and connect with who you are, your real self, your spiritual self, to get away from the earthly self. There's one little chapter in here, though, that I wanted to read to you from this book. This is one of his books. It's called Celebrating Silence. And this is a little page on hosting the Creator. Among all the planets in the solar system, the Earth is privileged to host life in so many forms. And among all the species, humans are the most privileged, for they can host the knowledge. Again and again, you remember that you are peace, you are love, you are joy, and that you are hosting the Creator. Among all the knowledgeable ones, you are most privileged. Those who do not realize that they are privileged are still hosts. But what they host are negativities. Like birds returning to their nests again and again, come back to your source. Only there can you realize that you host the Creator. Infinity, this is the second one on the same page here. Infinity has diverse qualities, and specific qualities assume names. They are called angels. This is a part on angels. I just like this part. I'm going to read it. It doesn't really go with today's topic, but that's okay. Angels are simply rays of your big self. Just as roots and stems come out of a seed as it sprouts, so angels manifest in your life when you are centered. They are there to serve you. Angels are like your extended arms. I like that. Just as all the colors are present in white sunlight, all of the angels are present in your higher self. Bliss is their breath. Dispassion is their abode. Shiva is the bestower of dispassion. Shiva is the consciousness that is bliss, innocence, and omnipresence. Krishna is the outer manifestation of Shiva, and Shiva is the inner silence of Krishna. I love that. Angels are like your extended arms. Wow. That's a great way to think of it. So, we are among the knowledgeable ones. We are the most privileged. And it's a privilege, although some days it may not feel like it. It is a privilege to be here and to be living in this time and in this manifestation. It's not a burden. It's something we signed up for. And as difficult as it may seem at times, some of the things that we go through, they are what we need to have happen. I don't believe anything happens on accident. I think everything happens exactly as it's supposed to. We have free will, and we can choose what we want for our lives, who we want to be, what we want to be. But the lessons are still there that have to be learned. So, that have to be experienced. Let's not say learn, let's say experience. We get to experience these things. We experience heartbreak so that we can learn to appreciate what real connection is. We experience debt so that we can realize how important it is to be debt-free. Opposites. There are consequences to everything. And so it's all a big, not a learning experience, but it's all an experience, just an experience. And enjoying that, knowing that we are here for a reason. There are no extras. Every life matters, okay? There are no extras here. So, anyway, that's my story. And I will be back tomorrow morning at 7:30-ish. Thumbs up to you too, Miss Shelley. And I hope you guys have a great Friday. Tomorrow, I'm so excited for tomorrow because I'm taking the Karuna Reiki classes. I start my training in that, and this is the first part of that. It also is a 4-part learning thing, 4 levels actually. And it's a kind of a deeper experience of Reiki. And so, Reiki is my passion, and it's what I really, really love. And so I'm really honored to be able to take this next step in it. And with my beautiful Reiki master, Lisa and Lance. And so it's going to be a great day tomorrow. But today, we're going to get through today, right? So have a great Friday. And peace and blessings to you. I will see you tomorrow morning. I love you guys. Bye-bye.